Right, I'll turn my telephone off to be quiet.
Okay.
Are we alive?
We are live. We are live. So, hello.
Are we?
Yes.
Hi, everybody. Oh, sorry.
Hello, everyone out there in Bridges of Light land. Hopefully you're all really well this afternoon. My name's Tamara and this is Zoe Henderson. She is a animal healer, animal communicator, a people healer, psychic healer, basically. She'll heal anything. Living. And yeah, absolutely. But today we're here about plants, but today we're all about pets. So I am just going to Zoe, while I'm just doing a little tick.
Yeah, you do whatever you'd like to do now, darling. And I'll start. Great to see you all, actually, and it's going to be a lovely evening tonight with us. And I've got a couple of people with animals that I have actually seen their pets. And one is George, who I saw yesterday. Tam's got the picture of that later. And we're hoping that the owner can get in to the site because she's just trying it at this moment. So this is George, and he is gorgeous.
He is such a love. Oh, my goodness.
He's a cheeky boy.
He's a cheeky, naughty little love. That's very...
Yeah, he's wonderful. So I was doing him on my village green yesterday. And
tell everyone why were you working on George?
Oh yes. Well, should we talk about George before his mummy comes in? See if she's coming in.
Well, we're gonna who we talk about, their mummy might not be in, so we can come back to
Raffaella. Yeah,
when it comes in, we can come back.
Oh yeah, okay.
So what was the problem with George? Tell it.
He was a naughty boy. Well, he and his mummy live on the site by the beach, and they go to the beach every morning, and he has his own ball, and then he goes tearing around the beach, and then he will see somebody else with a ball, so he'll drop his ball and go and pinch that one, and then tear away all over the place and barks and pinches other people's balls.
He's a ball thief.
He's a ball thief, and it doesn't matter how much he shouts, he carries on. And when he drops the ball for that dog, he'll look for the next victim. And you can actually see him looking for the next, who can I get now? Whether it's in the sea or on the beach. And of course she's shouting and saying, no, George, we will drop it, and all the rest of it, and doesn't pay any attention. So anyway, I better leave the other bit of the story till she's in.
Let's see, have a little look. I'll just have a wee look. Oh no, that's Sarah with Luna and Lola. Oh, we'll get to Sarah. We will get to Luna and Lola in a moment.
Yes, definitely.
So Zoe, just so you know, Sarah's saying that Luna and Lola fought again an hour ago. She put bark flower water in them. She's very depressed about this. Basically, she's very depressed about this. So just jumping into Luna and Lola.
I'm not surprised.
Luna and Lola for a minute.
Yes. Okay. Right. Well, yeah. Because I saw.
They're sisters.
Yeah, they're sister, and one fights like mad. Well, they fight like mad, and it's getting worse, and it is really quite bad, I have to say. So I saw them the day before yesterday, briefly, and did some healing with them. But it's quite deep rooted. This.
So what's the problem? Why are these sisters?
It's like a leadership. It's like a leadership. I'm the boss sort of thing, and it's a me. It's that sort of thing between the two of them. And so I've started, but it's really getting into their heads. And actually, Sarah, do it yourself. Watch what you're thinking in your head, because these dogs, all the animals pick it up, what we're thinking. And if you wake up in the morning and think, oh God, I hope it's not going to happen again, and is it going to be ghastly? Don't try and think negative. Think they're going to be fine. They're not going to fight. I mean, I know it's easy to say that, and it's a difficult one, but all animals pick our negativity up and they will play on it. And if you're getting depressed about it now, Sarah, so will they. You know, so we need to get you positive, and I'll keep doing my healing at this side, but it's a deep-rooted one.
So when
and
you
now it's
sorry,
becoming habit. It's becoming a habit now. When it's going on for a while, then it becomes a habit to do it, whether they want to do it or not.
So when you go in, you've been in to have a little telepathic chat with Luna and Lola.
Lola, yeah.
Yeah, and what do they tell you when you say to them, you guys need to stop fighting?
Well, they argue together. So, you know, I can't get much sense to begin with, but it's a matter of separating them to talk to them. Sarah, separate them to talk to them, and just show go from your heart and soul to their heart and soul with the feeling. You've got to feel it. You can't get angry and say other words. You know, if you're trying to get them calm, you don't say in a calm way what you want them to know and feel angry inside. You've got to go with the feelings that you have. So you have to feel, and it's always love. It's always going in with love, and tell them how beautiful that first. I love you so much, and you're so beautiful. And we need to clear this between the two of you. It's not right that you're fighting, and you actually love each other. Whatever you want to say, as long as you're not getting angry. Because when you get angry to begin with, when it's a ball, you say no, but that's different. That's just the moment thing. But when it's deep rooted in the body and in the minds and the souls, not the souls, not the minds of the animals, you've got to be careful how you think and say.
Could there be, are the dogs, is there a leadership vacuum? I've just watched enough Caesar Milan episode, you know, the Dog Whisperer. I've seen enough of his shows.
Yeah.
To kind of think it always seems to come down to a leadership. And so the human, so in this case would be Sarah.
Yeah.
Is it because Sarah has not claimed pack?
Yes, that can be, yeah.
And so there's this leadership vacuum, and the dogs.
Yeah, and then they go all over the place. Yeah.
Because there's got to be a leader.
Yeah, it's got to be clear, and the leader has to take the power. Yeah. So that's Sarah, basically. But anyway, they will, I'm quite sure that they will be fine. They just need more deep-rooted instructions and thoughts.
Right, and Sarah needs to step up as pack leader so that they're...
Yes, yeah.
I don't know how to do that, but...
Yeah, well, it's all mind stuff, actually, I have to say. And we've got to be really careful. And I don't think a lot of people realise that when they're thinking. They think, well, the animal isn't seeing what I'm thinking. But they do. They feel it. They don't see it. They feel it. They feel words. Yeah, and they'll pick up any images you've got in your head as well. And the images, yeah, and images. Because animals talk through feelings and images, colours, shapes, and movies. Yeah. They don't see or hear words per se. But they pick the words up. Behind the words, energy behind the words. Yeah, they pick up the words through images. So it's the images they see of those words. Is it worth Sarah kind of sending the movies of them? Yeah, project. And just sitting nicely together or whatever? Yes, absolutely. Sit and have a conversation with your animals and project a movie. It's like if you want to do law of attraction for yourself, you visualize a movie of being successful and whatever it is, or getting that Mercedes car, whatever it is, or whatever you want, you can project and just keep going. So just keep doing positive movies of the dogs loving each other and peace and everything being fun. You see, the thing is, once you get into that stage, it's locked into habit as well.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and the longer it goes on, the harder it is going to be.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, Sarah, we've just started, so it's little by little on these two.
Yeah. Right, let me just see. So we've got an Amardeep. Hello, Amardeep.
Who's that?
I don't know. I think they were wanting a reading, so they might have to come back when we're
Oh,
doing.
I see, right, okay. It's not an animal, is it?
No.
Okay, we can come
just
back.
in the comment, sorry. And we've got
Okay,
Fiona from Dubai. Hello, Fiona. And
hi, Fiona.
And George Bell. Hello from George. So hello.
George. Okay.
To hello from George.
Hi, George.
Okay, so
Have we got any of the animals that have sent? No.
Can't see anybody there. I think we can
okay.
Some of these animals anyway.
Okay.
And you can just say the kind what you've anyone you want to start with?
Right. Well, should we wait for these till they come in or not?
Well, that's assuming they are going to come in.
Raffaella's George's mum's trying to get in.
Okay, cool.
Whatever.
Okay, and we've also got.
Because you see, Melissa, is Melissa there?
Nope, not so far.
I'd rather it's better to speak to the owners when they come in because they want the information, don't they? The cat, and that's who's the cat one?
That's Blanche. Blanche is the
Yeah,
cat.
yeah, but who's the owner?
The owner is Bianca.
Oh, Bianca, yes, yeah.
Little Blanche, who's got a sore tummy.
Yes. Okay.
Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the animals that you've come across this week? Not necessarily the ones about today, but
let me see. That's Raffaella. She can't get in. Okay, can't do anything there.
No.
No, right. I have to hope that she can get in. Yes.
We went to the.
Yes, I'm wondering whether Grace's mum is in here.
I don't think.
No. Okay. All right. Well, I'm doing this dog. That's German Shepherd.
Fiona's got a question though.
Oh yeah.
Fiona Day from Dubai. She has a rabbit question. She's got that she's got 3 rabbits and they're not all bonded. She's been trying for 1 year, and 2 are family and 1 she rescued. So what is Fiona going to do about her rabbits that don't get on, Zoe?
Oh yes, very good, darling. Have you been talking to them? Right. Okay. So yes, now this is what you can do. It's actually to join them together energetically. So you can talk to them all and join them in with heart and soul. You sort of like do a circle, your heart and soul going to the first one and then going to the second one and the third one. Just join each other into your heart and soul and do it separately. See if that happens. I haven't done rabbits making, bonding before, but I mean, that's what I would do with all animals anyway. And then it's a lot of talking and you don't need to talk. You can do it through your head. You can do it through thought. And it depends it depends what you're saying to your rabbits. And if you think, for goodness sake, get on with it and bond, why aren't you bonding? They're not going to bond.
Right. If 2 are family and 1 is rescued, could that be a problem? Could that does one feel like an outsider?
Well, it could do to begin with, but then you would have once they get into the family, you would have the other 2 protecting the one that was brought in.
Ah, okay. Okay. If Fiona sends us a photo of her rabbits,
yes, I'll do it. Tell her.
and we can, then you
Yes,
can
I'll do it. Yeah,
properly and see if you can get any information out of the rabbits. About
yeah, I'd love to do that. Yes, thank you very much.
So Fiona, if you want to email, she says she has been having a chat with them, but they're not listening. The rescue just keeps chasing the boy. The mum doesn't care, but the rescue is naughty.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Brilliant. Yeah. Anyway, try and join them. Try and get their energy to go from heart and soul to each one. Each one makes a loop like that, and you too, of course, and see what happens, because there's a bit of a kink here. And if it's a year, you say that you've been trying, they should be friends by now for sure.
Yeah. However, she's also saying that she's had 5 rabbits and the other 3 died. So it could be
a trauma. Yeah, could be
going on there.
It could well be. Yeah, there's more to this than that's obvious, I think. Yeah, if there's been something like that, yeah, that could be a factor.
Yeah. Oh, and let me just say, yeah, George's mum is here. Ref, yeah, I see you, Ref. I see you. We'll get to you in 1 second.
Oh, hi, darling. Hi.
So yeah, so Fiona has some. So yeah, Fiona, sorry, is Zoe Henderson at hotmail.com. Drop us a photo of your rabbits, and
yes, please.
And then we can talk about it on the next show. But we can also Zoe can also just email you back privately and say, okay, this is what I see when I go in. But she's can't do a presentation, right?
Yeah, and I can do some work on them anyway. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to find out what's bothering the rabbits.
Yes, yeah.
And sorry, one last thing from Fiona. She's just asking when you're back in Dubai, and that one's a dunno.
I wish.
Dunno. Yeah, that one's a when was coronavirus going to go away? That's when Zoe will be back.
We haven't had the flags up from Dubai yet. They'll let me know.
Yeah. Anywho, shall we talk
George.
to George's mum, Ref? So.
Yes.
Oh, Ref. So this again is George.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And I was saying, darling, you brought him over to my village green yesterday, and we had a hilarious time. Now, what's happening here with George, and they're by the beach, so she goes out to the beach with him every day and throws the ball. But he's a ball thief, as you said. He's a ball thief. So he'll drop his own ball, and he jumps like a maniac. I mean, I've seen the videos at the beach. It wasn't like that with me at the green yesterday. He'll jump backwards. In fact, he looks like a maniac, and then barks very loudly, jumping backwards, and then he'll go off and steal somebody's ball.
Yeah.
And then when his mum is shouting, "Put it down, stop it, drop it," and all the rest of it, by the time he does that, he's off again, and his eyes look as if he's watching for the next victim.
Right. Yeah.
And then he pounces again.
It's kind of it's like he just gets so excited.
Yeah. Oh yeah, doesn't hear anything, but he's naughty.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what I was doing yesterday, I was, I have it actually sitting opposite me on the grass, and we were eyeballing for about 20 minutes or so, whatever it was, but he didn't move his eyes from me.
Yeah. And
then I talked to him and of course said, yeah, I love you and you're gorgeous and all the rest of it. And then I said, this is not allowed and you don't do. So I gave him a big lecture. And then I did a healing on him. And with all the animals, when I do healing, they start shutting their eyes and going to sleep, yawning and licking their lips. So he was doing that, licking his lips. And then when we had to play with him with the ball afterwards, he was absolutely as good as gold while I was doing it. And then Mummy took the ball.
Right, and the bad habits came back.
I tried to.
George tell you? I mean, did you say, George, why do you do this? Why do you bark a lot? Why do you chase other people? Did you ask him, and did he tell you?
He's just naughty.
He just enjoys
There's
it.
no reason. There is no. He just wants anything that's not his, and all of them. He
Okay.
wants what isn't his. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you know, people will throw a stone or a twig or a stick or whatever. He'll run after it as well. Anything.
Yeah.
And speed.
Yeah. And it's a problem because why is this a problem? Because dogs play on the beach and run after balls a lot. Why is this such a problem?
Yes. Well, no, he did have, and this is what he told me and I found out while I was doing him. He did have an attack, and it was a very bad attack when he was little, a year old, I think. And he was attacked by a dog. And this is the other thing at the moment, speed. And what was the other thing? Something else. It was speed and no. Anyway, yeah, speed. And this dog came at speed, and I found where it was on the side of his body where he was bitten, and then he was attacked twice by this dog. And it was this speed is one thing. Anything with speed or thrown or that, he just goes after it. And this was like a protection that he's doing now. That is not a protection, but it stemmed from that attack.
How odd.
Yes. I mean, jumping back and barking and just zooming off. Yeah. But hopefully he'll be all right now.
You think he's cured, or do you he might need a few more?
I think he'll need a few more, and I will give him a few more. But apparently, Mummy now calls my name when she was on the beach this morning, and he feels that I'm there, so he might think I'm around the corner.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll
I'm
see.
going to do more. Certainly do more. Yeah.
He just seemed to, from the little video, because Zoe sent me a video of George, and from what I could see, he was having such a lot of fun. I can't see him.
Yeah, well, he does. You see, I mean, he's gorgeous.
He's absolutely beautiful, isn't he?
Absolutely gorgeous, and he's like a naughty child. You can't help but love him.
Yeah, exactly.
But this cannot happen because all the people on the beaches now know him.
Okay, he's getting a name for himself.
He has got a name for himself. He's notorious.
George the ball robber.
The ball thief.
Ball burglar.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, he's gorgeous. But anyway, we will get there with him for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just see what. Yep.
I can go into a little bit of these animals because the people that are not coming in may watch the video.
Yeah. We've got Sarah, who's Athena's mum.
Yes.
Athena?
Yes, I do. Hello, darling.
Okay. So she said that somebody in Anthroposophic, I don't know what that is, said it was better to change her diet with fish. So yeah, I'm not,
really.
Yeah. Who was Athena again?
That's remember the big bulldogs.
Oh yeah.
The one that had the operation. I think I'm right, Sarah. And then I saw her in the surgery while he was having his operation.
Okay.
Am I in the right place? I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, veterinary. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, veterinary, yes.
Yeah,
a session outside while he was on the operating table.
Okay.
Yes, well, fish. Well, if she says that, it could be good. Why not? Why not? Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Shall we look at some of the other animals we've been seeing?
Yes. So, okay. Oh, yeah, this is, Sue. I've known Sue for years. That's her one, Bilbo.
Little Bilbo, yeah.
And
that was 4 years ago. That photo you've got was 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's 4 years ago, yeah.
This is, I think, a more recent one.
Oh, well done.
I think.
Is that? No,
yeah,
that's... Oh, is it?
I
didn't get that one.
was on
Oh
the,
yeah, okay.
yeah. So
I
this
didn't.
is all,
Yeah, that one. I've got the one when she was climbing the mountain with him.
yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Anyway, and he's 11. I think he's 11 years old.
Mm.
So he is quite old, but they are soulmates. They seriously are joined at the hip, these two.
Yeah.
And they've gone through a lot together. So, oh yeah, okay. So it's an upset stomach.
Yeah.
And diarrhea. But I mean, I've been working already, and since I've started work, he's getting better. So that's the healing that needs to be done for that. There's nothing sinister there.
Great. Okay, good. So yeah, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and it's the same basically with Pussycat. Lovely cat, adore this cat.
Blanche.
Blanche. She's got intestinal problems.
Yeah.
So, and it is quite bad, I have to say, but we're going to do healing on that.
Mm.
And because the guardian is doing all she can the right things. So we'll just work on that one with healing.
Have you had a chat to Blanche and asked her, or had a look at why the intestinal problems kind of developed?
It wasn't her fault.
Mm.
It wasn't through her. She picked up some kind of infection.
Okay.
And that's the way it went. But I mean, she's gorgeous, but we'll just work on her infection.
Mm.
And then the other one was, no. So we've got this one, Sylvia's.
Right. Yes, that was also Luna, another dog called Luna. And this is a dog.
Oh yes, it's Luna.
Yeah. No, do you want to just move that bit of paper out the way of your camera?
Sorry, darlings. I feel at home here, so I'm just going. Yeah. Yes, and
so Luna's the one who's afraid.
Yeah.
She's afraid to leave the house, isn't
Yes,
she?
yeah.
She's very
2.5 years old. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We love. So why, Zoe? Have you had
Right. This, she's got she's very sensitive. She's sensitive to energy, she's sensitive to noise. And when she has been out, she's been freaked out. Now she likes to be near her owners and she just wants to stay beside them. And she's not adventurous to going out. She doesn't want to go out. She just wants to be at home. But initially it was noise. And it was something
that was frightening her. Noise.
Yeah, fearful noise. So it wasn't just a normal noise. It was either an animal or a bird in trouble. That's what we've got. So she's picked it up. Humans may not have noticed it and just carried on with her, because some of the noises can be in a higher pitch, whatever. But anyway, I mean, even lying there, you can zoom into her eyes and
you can see she's
don't even think about taking me outside.
She's a bit nervous, isn't she? Yeah, you can see.
Yes. So
I know that sometimes if when an animal is very small, like when they're a puppy or a kitten or whatever, and they hear fireworks, for example.
Yeah. Well, fireworks could be one of them too, because that
traumatize them.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that it was initially. Fireworks should be frightened of anyway, but it's not that. That's not the cause.
But something's triggered this. I mean, something's happened to make her more nervous.
Yes. Yeah. So whatever noise that was going on, I mean, when she bolted back in or got back into the house, she just didn't want that, stayed in her head. So it was that memory.
Right.
Can get that one memory out with emotional freedom technique. I can do it with healing too. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, get that belief out, like the outside world.
Yes. Yeah. It's sort of. It's probably a core belief because it's at the beginning. Yeah. So that's where all our traumas start. Not all of them, but can start from a core belief.
Yeah, absolutely.
Massive of them, humans were. Now this little fella, poor little fella.
Well,
So he's had a really, really, it's a girl, isn't it? German Shepherd.
yeah.
And what was that age? Can't read it now.
Of the German Shepherd, I don't know actually.
Oh, we haven't got an age. Not sure. Anyway, so this is from a family that's got lots of animals, dogs and cats. I think 4 dogs and 5 cats, something like that. And she took this one up from a horrible home. It was in a cage, 1 meter by 1 meter, with no bedding and no food, with serious ear problems. Now he's deaf.
Yeah.
Or she, can't remember which it is, she of it. And itching all over to the fact that, is it he or she? I hate saying here it's she, that doesn't matter. It's a she. And then she nibbles at her fur until it bleeds and into the skin and keeps going. So this is huge trauma this little thing has had.
Yeah.
And what can we do about it? Well, yeah, I mean,
it is a female. It's Isabel.
Yes, yeah, girl. Yeah, and as I was saying, Tam, earlier, poor little thing, but you know, now she's got a glimpse of her little piece of heaven that she's never had. So she's happy where she is. Obviously, she's in a little piece of heaven. But that trauma has, how she survived it, I don't know.
Yeah, yes, it's just,
so,
isn't it?
It's what can we do for her? Because the vets don't know what to do anymore, and that's absolutely right. So, what can you do for her? Just keep loving her.
Yeah.
Sending her love, telling her she's beautiful, doing heart to heart, so as we do when we talk to the animals, and tell her she's precious, and you know, all the lovely things. So she has the real love before the time that she goes. But so there's not, but
really
healing.
Some healing, doesn't she?
Healing,
regular
healing is the thing that she needs. Yeah.
Because some of that trauma needs removing.
Yes, and then working in the energy field, because you know, with like the humans, with the animals, I go not just into their bodies and minds now. I go into their energy fields, like I was doing with George yesterday. I went into that trauma where he was attacked, so I get rid of the feelings in the energy field that keep jumping in to the animal's feelings. When he remembers and goes back into the trauma, the feeling comes back. So it's and these traumas stay with you for life in the energy field, and they'll be fine until you remember the movie and go into it, and then you'll feel the same pain. So it's getting rid of that on the energy field. Yeah, I mean, like EFT.
Yeah, EFT would be great for this dog. Or something like that. But it's really, it just brings it to mind, doesn't it? I mean, you've got a dog like George, which is loved to pieces and has a lovely life and is healthy. Yeah. So it's a completely different kind of healing. When you have a dog like Isabel, who's just been basically abused. Yes, exactly. Just needs masses of healing. That's masses of healing. So that's what I would do. I mean, there's nothing the vet can do there. No, they've tried everything. So it's all love and clear all trauma, isn't it? Yeah. See, bless. Because you know, you can do, just telling the audience, you can do EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, and re-imprinting on animals. I mean, I do it with all the animals, particularly the horses. I do the tapping on the horses, and then I do the movies and do the re-imprinting like it's done. If you read, most people know about it. If you read it up, you can actually do it with animals, and it works. Just briefly, I mean, it may be that the audience knows about human EFT. So say, for example, I'm panicking about an interview I've got coming up. So I will talk about the interview while tapping on the meridian points. And that's how it would work on humans. If you've got an animal with an old trauma, how do you get the animal to like open the file in the brain, as it were, by talking about that thing, which is what a human would do. How do you talk to an animal?
Well, you don't need to talk to an animal. You can think it through him. But yes, you can talk out loud. And if you go, and actually, you don't have to do all the points like we do. Well, I don't do them all anyway. I just do a few, because the intent is there already. So you can actually do it in a combination with the healing, put the intent on removing that trauma, and then going into their head or behind their ears or into the collarbones. If you just do those ones, and you can do some phrases if you like yourself, like surrogate, but just do it for the horses, or just go in and just know it's going to work, and it does work. And then I go into, after I've done that, then I go into their energy field and I see that movie. They're going to tell me that movie. And then I will go into that movie of the trauma, whatever it is. And then I do like a psychic surgery thing in the energy field. But you can do it. See, we can all do it anyway. So you can do it with thought.
Okay.
Thought, knowing, trusting, and believing. Just know it works. Sounds a bit sort of simple. But
I'm just wondering if like Melissa, Isabel's mum, wants to try some EFT on Isabel. What would you like? Would you recommend she just taps behind her ears and goes, "I know"?
Yes, and I would be careful when you tap with her. I would just go round her ears and maybe here. Round the here ears, or top of her eye, and maybe at the side of her eye. You don't want to freak her out. I would leave her nose. I wouldn't do her nose around that area. Here, and behind the ear, and here.
And should Melissa say anything like, "I release all trauma"? Or...
Yes. Well, you can. Yeah. Just keep it simple. Just say, "Well, you'll be fine." That's what I do with my horses.
Okay.
And dogs. Taking it away, it's going away, it's nearly gone, it's gone. You'll be fine. Or you can take it as surrogate and do it yourself and say, I'll be fine. It's going away, no pain, whatever it is, negative, and then the positives. But actually, the best thing to do is look on the internet, Google, EFT for animals, because there are explanations more in depth, and I'm doing a cheats way here because I'm doing it with the healing, aren't I, really? But yeah, so you can look on the internet and you will find out where to put it and the diagrams and the words to say.
Yeah. So yes. So ultimately,
good homework. Good homework.
Yeah. What we're saying is, for a dog like Isabel.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Deep healing that needs doing.
Yes. Deep healing. EFT.
So
it's EFT. It's more mental. Yeah.
Yeah. So someone can either hire you, or they can Google EFT and
try it themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just.
Or can bring them in for a session. That's what I'm doing with the horses around the world, even, and other animals, of course. Just bring them in for a session and then just sit there while I'm doing the Zoom healing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And they will sit. They'll go to sleep while I'm doing them. They will look at me for a little bit and then they will go to sleep. All the animals do.
Yeah. Fiona Day, who was talking about rabbits before, she said her dog is the same. I'm not sure at what point we were talking about a dog that was the same. Never mind. She's got a Lhasa Apso who hates walks. Oh, maybe it's.
Oh, yeah.
Cries, but never had any trauma when I've worked her from a puppy. I've tried reassuring her lots. Nothing has helped. She doesn't like going walking.
Okay.
There could be some, I mean, goodness me. I mean, again, you'd probably have to have a closer look at that.
Yeah, have a closer look, because not wanting to walk is a different of the fear of going out of a house.
It could be that, though. That maybe she's happy walking inside, but doesn't want to leave the house.
I'd have to have a look at them.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and I assume that all these people that have got problems with the animals are talking to them, you know, sitting down and having conversations with them.
Yeah.
Rather than thinking, what am I going to do, and out the door and whatever. You have to, with the animals, not get cross all the time, but sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there will be a reason. There's always a reason.
Yeah, there's always a reason. There's always a reason. Yeah, always a reason. Yeah. And actually, you know, the trouble is, which we've got to be really careful, is there is the big transferal. So whatever you're feeling, your animal will feel it. If you're in a bad mood, so will he be.
Yeah.
If he feels sick, he may get sick.
Yeah.
If you've got pain somewhere, it's likely he might get one himself. But if it's head stuff, you can bet that they're going to get it.
Yeah.
If you're depressed,
yeah,
and you've got a budgie, you'll have a depressed budgie.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're angry, your dog will be angry.
Yeah, or have some other behaviour.
Yeah. If you're sensitive and you're upset and you're crying, it's emotional, so will your dog. But don't forget that your animals are healers, so they will come to any part of your body that needs help, because they know what needs help. If you're emotional, they'll come and sit on your solar plexus or rub against your solar plexus. If you've got a headache, they'll try and get to your head. If you've got a shoulder, they'll try and sit on it. If it's tummy, they'll come to your tummy, lie on it.
Yeah.
So if it's a leg, they'll rub. You know, they do come to the point and try and be as close as on top of where the pain is. Always.
Yeah.
Cats do that.
And they want to help us. Yeah. But having said that, sometimes the animal does have its own experience.
Yes. And it can take some of yours too, yeah, and it has its own.
Yeah. Fiona's saying that she's always talking to her pets.
Good.
I think I'm mad. Yes, if I'm sad or crying, my cat will come and sit on me. Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. I love it.
And I think Sarah Verderi is going to help Sarah Berry with Lola and Luna with some theta healing. That would be amazing.
Oh, super. Thank you. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Please, Sarah, if you could help the other Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous.
With Lola and Luna, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And hear how it goes as well. So, yeah, drop us a message. There's something's going on there.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Right. Is there any pets that we've got photos of that we haven't talked about?
I think we've done them all, haven't we? But have any of the owners come in apart from?
Not apart from the ones we've already talked about.
Yeah. Okay.
So what we'll do now is thank you, Sarah. If anyone's got any more questions or comments, we've got another probably about 5 or so minutes. So let's just see if there's anything out, or if there's anything you'd like us to kind of talk about the next time Zoe's on. That'll be next month. So Zoe's next show is going to be the human focused one, where she'll do live oracle card readings, live angel card readings, and then the one after that will be the next animal one. But feel free to email your questions in the meantime about animals to Zoe anytime, zoehenderson@hotmail.com.
With the pictures, with the names, with the ages.
Yeah. That would be great. Right. So, hang on, I'm supposed to be keeping looking at the things. So, so Zoe, just while we're waiting to see if anyone's got another question, is there anything else that you want to say about animal healing, animal communication?
Yeah, and of course, the other thing, if you've got many animals in the house or in the yard, whatever, they do have conversations themselves, because we're doing that next Saturday. We're filming. The last time we were filming, the horses were giving each other messages through the stable doors.
Yeah, that was.
So, and it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, what they say to each other. What do you mean you're doing that? Why are you doing that? You know, this sort of thing. No, I'm not going to do that. What are you doing to your foot? You know. So if you've got animals, like one of our ladies in the audience has got 4 dogs and 5 cats, or 4, they all chat to each other. So things that are going on in the family, when there are a lot of them, it could trickle the moods into the same in all of them. It's like in the stables, when I go to the stables, and there's 7 there in the stables that I treat, and I can go to one and think, well, he's a bit down today, and I'll find they're all the same.
Right.
So if I heal one, and I'm doing healing in one in the middle stable, say for instance, the energy then drops over to the next stable and the one beside them. My horse goes down to sleep. Not only does he go down to sleep, but so do the others.
Right.
So their energies, it's communal energy when you have a lot of animals together. So they'll feel, think, and know the same because they talk to each other. So whatever you've said to your husband aloud, all the animals will get the gossip. And they know, they just know. It's fabulous. Yeah, but no, the biggest message tonight is be careful what you think.
Right, yeah. Be careful about the images going through your own mind.
Yes. Because they all pick it up.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to getting back to the stables this weekend. And
yeah, that's going to come. We've got there are 15 horses there, but that's 7. I think we'll do a few of those, and 7 dogs.
Yeah, amazing.
Different breeds.
Yeah, and at some point, so we're doing a bit of filming at the moment of Zoe doing animal healings and communications. At some point, we'll finish those and get online so that we can share them with you. But they're not ready yet.
Yeah, online course coming up.
Yeah, and an online course. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Let me just read the last comments. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Really appreciate you. And yeah, Fiona has lots of pets. She's got a dog, a cat, 3 rabbits all living together. Ah,
lovely.
Oh, wow. Oh, Zoe, you've read for her dog Lexi.
Oh, have I? Oh, yes.
And Zoe, you reassured her that Lexi was okay being away from Fiona. Yeah, lockdown, eh? How interesting. Gosh. I know that's the thing. If you're an animal lover, I've got 1 cat, and it's really hard to just have 1 animal when you're an animal lover.
Oh, yes, you need more, darling.
You can see how people end up getting another cat and then a dog.
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah, I can see that happening in the future.
Fabulous.
All righty. So, Zoe, I think we'll leave it there. So thank you to the lovely people, and hopefully, yeah, like I said, if you want any particular advice or help with your animal, drop Zoe an email or reach out to her through a Facebook page, and we'll be back in about a month or so for another animal healing night. But join us in 2 weeks for the angel reading, oracle card reading night, evening, afternoon, depending on where you are. Okay. All right. And
lovely to see you all. Thank you for coming.
Much love and goodbye.
Lots of love.